All right, I'm Joe with Around the Pit. Welcome to another episode. And we got the smoker fired up, so we're going to try some new things on the smoker today. All right, just out back. I'm going to try and make me some pastrami. All right, this was a corned beef brisket, and for 24 hours I've had it soaking in water, changing it, I don't know, every 4 hours or so, except for last night I let it set the rest of the way, so I think I changed it about 4 times. So we're going to pat this dry. It's about a 3-pound brisket. We're going to smoke it up and then hopefully have some good pastrami slices later on. All right, in my rub here, I got 2 tablespoons of coarse pepper, 2 tablespoons of ground pepper, and the only reason is I ran out of coarse pepper. I should have planned better. Otherwise, I would have just used straight coarse pepper. And I got 1 tablespoon of white pepper, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of ground coriander, 1 tablespoon of ground mustard, and 1 tablespoon of onion powder. I'm sorry, it was 2 tablespoons of ground mustard. All right, so we want a nice heavy bark. Before I do the top though, let's do something here, because I got a lot. I just want to lightly coat the bottom. Lightly coat the bottom. I like thick pepper on my pastrami, which I may not get that effect today. I'll still get the pepper taste, but not the big pepper bites. Okay, turn this over. Now we're just going to put a nice healthy layer on top. I'm going to smoke it at 225. Try to get it to 203, 204, somewhere in there. But I want a nice thick crust here. That's what the pastrami is known for. Wasn't too much of a fat cap on here, but I'm just going to try and put it all on top like that. Okay. And that's what it looks like. 3-pound corned beef brisket. Got my smoker around 250, which is a little high for me, but that's fine, because I already have 2 pork butts in here going for other things. So we want to try and get this thing on here. There we go. I don't cook the time, I cook the temp. And I already told you what temp we're shooting for, so we'll keep checking it. It's been a few hours on this pastrami. Man, that bark's looking good. Let's see where the temperature's at. All right, we still got ways to go. About 150s. Look at that bark, if you can see it. I've never cooked it like this before, the corned beef turned into pastrami, but it's at 165. So I'm gonna treat it like I do my pulled pork and see what happens. Meaning I'm gonna put it here, full it, got some beef stock or beef bone broth, half a cup, like I do with all my beef. And we're gonna see how that turns out. So I'm gonna get my tablecloths. I'll bring you in as soon as I get it on here. There we go. That's the corned beef brisket. Like I said, it's at 165, a little bit higher, 167. And I may not use all beef broth. And I like the taste of this broth here. I just want to make sure that it doesn't get too dry in there. Yeah, that's enough. So maybe a quarter of a cup. Get this thing wrapped tight. Not too tight. Looks like it's messing up my bark. I made my bark too thick, but that's fine. That's fine. And we'll get this back on the smoker. Again, I had it on pecan and cherry wood. Smoking it with pecan and cherry wood. We want to get this up to 203 is my target, 205, somewhere in there. All right, got the pastrami pulled off there. 202. 203. 204. That's my target number. 205. Okay, we're good. So the pastrami's off, or corned beef, whatever. I'm calling it pastrami now. We're gonna let this rest for about an hour before we cut into it. Okay. All right. This pastrami is cooled down. We're gonna slice it up. See how it comes out. Look at that. Look at that. Try to get it thin as possible. Yeah, it's got a nice pepper to it. That is some pastrami there. Best part, you don't have the salt. All right. Doesn't have the salt taste to it. Pastrami, smoked pastrami. Nice pepper crust. I'm doing this again. There we go. Look at that. I'm going ahead and put it back into that beef broth. Just because. It's nice and moist. Came out great. Okay. I'm Joe with Round Pit. We'll see you next time.